Hello, and welcome again to Art Supply Thursdays. Today I have a vintage fountain pen by Sheaffer called the No Nonsense. I can't recall where I got this pen. It's certainly not new, so I must have gotten it at a garage sale, or perhaps it was given to me. In any case, it appears to be from the 1970s or 1980s. Ones like this can be found used online for under $20 US. The No Nonsense is easy to find in this orange color, and may have likely been the most produced version at the time. It's very basic in appearance, only with a metal cap band and a useful ball clip with Sheaffer engraved on it, and Made in USA in the bottom recess. The pen has a screw cap that comes off in an easy 1 1/4 turns. Threads are wide and smooth with no sharpness to them. As you can see, it's kind of messy, which is my biggest gripe about this pen, but later I will say how well it writes. The feed on this pen is huge and bulbs out from under the nib, which is stainless steel and rigid. The nib doesn't look removable, and I don't want to attempt that in any way. The engraving on the nib says Sheaffer, F for a fine nib, and Made in USA. This pen is cartridge only. I've seen that some people have converted it to an eyedropper, and I've also seen that newer models take converters. However, this one is simply a pointed metal post that is made for piercing a cartridge. The good thing about that is it's made for Sheaffer cartridges, of course, but it's perfectly fine for puncturing a standard international cartridge too. That's what I have on it right now, although this one is sky blue, but the ink itself is a darker royal blue, so I don't know, it's some no-name brand cartridge I have on it. The grip seems to be plastic, but it does have a slight rubbery feel. That could be simply because it's black and my mind is playing tricks on me, but if it's a rubber grip, it's a hard rubber, and it doesn't feel flexy or squishy or anything. The Sheaffer No Nonsense is quite a light pen, but it's nonetheless big, which keeps it from feeling like too light and pencil-y. The pen posts securely, but I refrain from doing that due to how quickly and easily it gets dirty inside the cap. Maybe that's due to mild leaks or rubbing the nib against, or that giant feed against the cap when I remove the cap. All right, let's talk about the writing experience now. The nib on here is very unique. It might be stainless steel without added tipping material. The feedback is unlike other pens that I own. It's certainly very smooth, but different. It's the same way the smoothness of silk is different than the smoothness of glass or polished stone or something. I personally love it, and it's one of the only pens I really feel like I could write with continuously and fill 10 pages while listening to a lecture. It has a very consistent wet flow without being leaky, except when it's inside the cap. But when you write with it normally, there are no issues. The nib is rigid and doesn't seem to flex, and I won't even attempt to flex it on this pen, because I feel that the springiness of it will not be similar to modern nibs, and I'm worried about it permanently bending beyond repair. Reverse writing is not scratchy, and it provides a line width that is between a Western fine and extra fine. And although the nib says F for fine, the line that it produces from normal writing is more of a medium. It's definitely wider than a fine. However, it could be due to wear put on the nib over time. The Sheaffer No Nonsense is a great buy for that price. You can find them when you find them used. It's too bad you can't use a converter, but if you're on the go, then it will be more convenient to carry cartridges than a bottle anyway. The leaky cap solution isn't good, but writing with it is really so nice. It's probably a personal preference, but the way this pen feels when a nib glides on the paper, it makes me want to keep writing with it. I'd say it's the best feeling pen for long writing sessions that I've used. Or at least it's tied for the top spot. So that leaky cap, the lack of flex, the cartridge only, and the bland design, they can all be overlooked. Thank you very much for watching.